What's up everybody, it's Justin. We're back with Off the Line. Today we're shooting with some of these beautiful Niman Ranch products. They were nice enough to send a holiday dinner pack which comes with bacon, Italian sausage bratwurst, a big old spiral ham, and the prettiest dang chuck roast I've ever seen. So today we're going to be cooking this spiral ham, the nice mustard glaze using the new Sriracha honey garlic blend by Spiceology. And then we're going to also make some gratin potatoes, loaded up with Fryclone, bacon, sour cream, cheese. It's gonna be delicious. First things first, we gotta get this ham in the oven. We're gonna put it in a big baking dish. Open the bag in the dish because you wanna save all those juices. We're gonna cover it with foil so it'll kind of steam in its own juices before we glaze. Make sure you've got your oven preheated to 350, and we're gonna bake this guy off for about 9 to 10 minutes per pound. So this one's gonna take about 90 minutes. So with these pre-spiraled hams, I like to start with it this fleshy side down. If you put it on its side, these spirals tend to come apart and it'll dry out really easily. This way it kind of protects the meat from drying out. I'm gonna wrap this bad boy in foil for about the first hour, and then after an hour, we're gonna take it off, glaze it really nice with some sweet chili, some mustard, and some of this Sriracha blend. Away she goes. Now that we've got that ham going, we're gonna start our au gratin potatoes. If you don't have a food processor, just slice them as thinly as possible with a knife or a mandolin, like that. But we do, so we're gonna use it. So now we've got these nice uniform potato slices. What we're gonna do is whip up a nice cheesy sauce. We're gonna start with 1/4 cup of butter and 1/4 cup of flour. I'm gonna throw this butter in, get it melting. Once it's melted, we'll get that all-purpose flour in, add our milk, add our cheese, add our Fryclone, mix it with the potatoes, and we're good. We're gonna bake the potatoes in a 2-quart glass dish. Throw some butter on the sides and the bottom. I have to get a little dirty here. And then we're gonna take really gonna need maybe a couple tablespoons of flour. And that'll be ready for your potatoes. So just dump the rest out. All right, we've got our butter melted here. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of just all-purpose flour. Whisk it together. Once we cook that flour out a little bit, we're gonna add 2 cups, or 2.5 cups actually, of whole milk. All right, so our bechamel is done here. What we're gonna do is we've got a pound of sharp cheddar here, and we're gonna put about 3/4 of it into our sauce and stir it in. And then we're gonna season it with a couple tablespoons of this Fryclone, one of my new favorite blends. So we reserved just a little bit of that shredded cheddar that we're gonna put on the top of the potatoes towards the end so it browns really nicely. But other than that, this sauce is ready to go, besides a couple tablespoons of Fryclone. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. So we're gonna go a little bit of cheese sauce on the bottom, potatoes, cheese sauce, a little bit of the white part of the green onion, potatoes, cheese, bake. Just a little bit there. I like using the red potatoes for these too because they have a fairly thin peel, so you don't have to, or skin, so you don't have to peel them. Big scoop. That with some white part of the green onion. Save the green part for a garnish. You can also thinly slice some yellow sweet onions or something, but I figure since we're going to be garnishing with green onions, we might as well use the whole thing. Now another layer of potatoes. Oh, these are going to be so good. Basically going to be like a super cheesy sauce with some potato slices in it. It's going to be delicious. Filling all the nooks and crannies. So I guess you could have gone with more like 5 red potatoes, but better to have a little extra and be short. Rest of that cheese sauce. This is going to be bubbly and delicious. Just wait. And into the oven we will go. We're going to start this off again in there with the ham. Once that ham is ready to glaze, we're going to crank it to about 400, 425 and finish the potatoes and glaze the ham all together. All right, so we're about an hour into this cook. We're going to make a glaze for the ham. We've got some sweet chili sauce. We're going to go about 2/3 of a cup on that and about 1/3 cup of stone ground mustard. Mix that with a couple of tablespoons of really any of these new Sriracha blends will work, but I'm going to use the honey garlic. A couple tablespoons, whisk it up, and then we're going to throw it on that ham. "60 minutes in, about 30 to go. We're going to pull this ham out, hit it with that glaze, turn it up a little bit, and put it back in. And then every 10 minutes or so, during this last 30 minutes, we're going gonna baste it. So what that means is we're gonna take the liquid off the bottom, pour it over the top. Oh yeah. Back in. We're now cranked to 400, and both the potatoes and the ham will finish at 400. All right, so our au gratin potatoes are ooey gooey, ready to go here. Oh yeah. We're gonna let those set up for a few minutes before we get into them. And then we will be ready to plate and eat. All right, so we are all ready to go here. We have our au gratin potatoes. We've got our beautifully glazed spiral ham. Another secret to a spiral ham is only slice as much as you're gonna use. So right now, I'm gonna eat about 13 slices, so I'm only gonna slice 13 slices. That will do. Get our au gratin potatoes on there. Ooh-wee. And then our au gratin potatoes, we're gonna load them up. Sour cream, some crispy bacon. Nothing goes better with ham than bacon. And some green onions. I'm just gonna give myself a little scoop of that juice there. We're gonna give it a taste. Oh man, that's delicious. Thank you guys for being here this week. Thank you, Niman Ranch, for all the delicious meats. You guys get yourself one of these boxes. We'll see you next week.